originally going to name me, he wanted to name me Sydney. But Mom was like, no, we're not naming our son Sydney. So they settled on Sean, with the Irish spelling, even though they forgot the fucking accent. Like, total dumbasses. They're my parents, I'm allowed to call them that. So, uh, so when I was a baby, when I had just been named, like, everybody's like, oh, like Sean Connery, to the point where it would piss my mom off if somebody said, like Sean Connery. So she's like, no, we did not name our son after Sean Connery. We heard this name Sean, we liked the spelling, so we named him Sean.
You're Sean like Jacksepticeye.
God. When I found out Jacksepticeye's name was Sean, the same way, spelled the same way as mine, I was like, holy shit.
I remember.
It was,
I remember. Okay, so my aunt.
it was,
I had to
yeah.
think for a minute. I was like, my uncle's wife. Yeah, my aunt. Her name is Sean, but like in the English spelling. And I remember I met you and learned how your name was spelled. And my first, like my brain, I was like, why is your name misspelled? And we're in like ninth grade.
I had to tell you it's the Irish. You're like, because I remember I told you, you're like, I had showed you how it's spelled. You're like, huh? And I said it's the Irish spelling. You're, oh, that's why it's weird.
If I
Those were your
remember correctly,
exact words
my
too.
exact words were, "Oh, you're weird, just like
Yeah,
the YouTuber."
yeah, yeah. Those were your words. Those were
And
your
ninth
words.
grade was such a
Ninth grade was a
god,
great year. It was a great year for us meeting and like getting a relationship going, and that was about it. Honestly.
dude. It
Anything
was
we can
so
share.
good and so bad all
Yeah.
at the same time. You have a cat.
Gotta
I
love
have a
it.
cat. Let's talk about our cats.
Oh, let's talk about our cats. You mean the little bitch that will sit outside my door and yell for me for 15 minutes, and then I open the door and she runs away?
Yeah. Okay. So my cat, Cricket. I love her.
I
She's
love cricket.
my sweet little fat ass baby.
Yes.
She screams. Food, wants food, she screams. Wants her litter box chant, she screams. Or takes a
Yeah.
massive shit right outside my door. It just depends.
That's not
Now,
content friendly.
now we have the new baby kitten, Sir Beans, and
We love.
he
Yeah, he's
is
great.
an absolute dummy. He has no
Well,
brain
yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah,
His way of
they
telling
ship their
us,
tabby without a brain.
yeah, his way of telling us that he needs something is so different. He co- he
You're
sprints
cut.
at you full
Oh,
speed
there you are.
and will just continuously slam himself like into your leg. He'll try to climb up you like you're tree, and he doesn't scream. He hardly even meows, and he just stares at you. He'll try to climb you like a tree, get up on your shoulder and stare.
Nice. Parrot, if she wants something, it's she wants something from me. So she will come up to me and she will scream and she will scream and she will scream. She doesn't do that to anybody else. She's
That's what Cricket
quiet with
does.
everyone else, but she
Like if I'm
screams at
asleep,
me.
like if I'm asleep and Cricket wants food, she'll go wake my parents up, then sit outside my door until they wake me up in order to feed her.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like Parrot will sit out if I'm like asleep in the morning, she'll sit outside my door, even if it's open, and just yell and yell and yell. And then she'll run into the living room where my parents are. Oh god, why is Minecraft getting so loud all of a sudden? Music is getting loud. Uh, but she'll run to my parents who are in the living room and then yell at them and then run back to my door and they're like, "We're not opening the door, he's asleep." And she'll just do this for like 20 minutes and then just give up.
uh, Maybe your parents are better than mine because they would just open the door and be like, "Oh, time to get up. Good morning, Big Bad."
Yeah. My parents are better than yours. I have the better parents. Take that.
Wait, here's something. Tell your people how your cat got her name
Oh
because she's
yeah.
not
Uh,
orange. She's
No,
not
she's
an
not
orange
orange.
cat, yet you named her
She's
Carrot.
she's got orange. She's got a couple orange spots here and there that weren't even developed as orange when I named her, mind you. When I got her when she was a itty bitty little kitten, she didn't have any orange spots whatsoever, except for maybe a little tinge on her head, which I didn't even notice. I would like laid back a bit. This was back when I had a cast on my hand because I tripped and I fell and I punched the concrete and
We'll come back to that
cracked my
story.
knuckle. Yeah, that's a story. Cracked my knuckle. But anyway, when I got her, she was so tiny, and I laid back in an armchair, holding her in my hands against my chest, and she climbed up my arm. She climbed up my chest, and then perched on my shoulder like a fucking parrot. And she is a cat. Ergo, cat parrot. Thus, the carrot.
Cricket, Cricket was meant to be a family cat and just sort of devolved into being my cat and my sole responsibility.
Yeah.
My family and I. Cricket's 9. She's gonna be 10 soon. She is an old ass cat, right?
Yeah.
So we were in Little Rock, shout out Arkansas, I suppose.
Yeah.
And my sisters talked my mom and dad into going into Petco,
Ooh, fun.
and because they just wanted to look at all the animals, and they
That's
had
normal.
this little program going where you could pick a cat and go into the back room and play with it, right?
Aw,
And
it's
we did this
cute.
with a couple of the cats, and most of them were like too afraid. Cricket, her name back then was Bramble, and
Which, honestly, very fitting.
um, she was the only one to be like actively friendly and actively looking for our attention. And we
Oh,
loved her
yeah.
immediately, and we begged our moms, like, can we please have this cat? But she said no, so we left without the cat. And my mom was like, alright, if y'all can be like really good or whatever, you can have the cat. Well, I don't even remember what happened, but my dad got so like mad and
Yeah.
and he's screaming and he's yelling about chores or whatever, and basically told me and my sister to forget about the damn cat. And like I
Wow.
was crying, my sister was crying, and she was the middle one. She came over to help me like do the dishes, and she's like, "Come on, maybe if we get it done, we can actually have the cat." And so my
Aw.
mom, bless her heart, you can't tell this woman no.
Yeah.
Anytime my dad has told her, no, you can't have this animal, she goes and she gets it anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So the next day, it was Monday, and I come home from school, and there's just a cat in our living room. And lo and
Nice.
behold, she and my youngest sister, who wasn't in school at the time, went all the way to Little Rock in the minivan. It got the cat.
Nice.
And my mom really didn't like the name Bramble, so she was like, we gotta change this cat's name." And
Help, I'm being
back
chased by a
then, she used.
spider.
Uh,
Help. Ah, there's a
I
drowned over here, too.
I can't really. Maybe hold on. Nailed
Nice.
it. You're
Earshot.
welcome.
Thank you. Anyway.
Anyway, so at the time, she used to make these little sort of chirping sounds.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's what she was named after. She was named after Cricket because she was loud. She was still loud with these little chirpy sounds, but
Yeah.
loud chirpy sounds plus kind of annoying equals Cricket. And now she just screams.
Yeah. Because, I mean, she's grown up now, so why does she need to chirp when she can yell at the top of her lungs?
Yeah. She's like one of the only cats where I can actively be like, oh yes, I know what kind of cat you are.
Yeah. Same, yeah. Honestly, same. I know, like, specifically the cat breeds. I don't know that many. I know
I
Sphinx, I know Persian, I know Maine Coon, I know Tabby, I know Marmalade. That's all you're getting out of me. That's all I know.
and hairless.
That's Sphinx. That's the Sphinx cat.
I know.
Uh,
I was making a joke, sir.
Oh,
Anyway, didn't you know? Hairless is just the name of the type of cat, apparently. I don't know.
right then.
Cricket is a long-haired Himalayan,
Nice.
which makes sense because she's thick as fuck, has a lot of hair, and you can only tell that she's a Himalayan because of her colors and the stripies that she has on her.
Nice.
She's a very pretty cat.
Yeah.
Beans, on the other hand, is your average, like, grayish tabby cat. He's cute, and he's lucky he's cute. Because, good
Yeah.
lord, is he dumb.
Very, very dumb. Drift. I'm trying, trying
That's
to, trying to craft over here, and I'm getting stick drift.
that's my mom's dog, Gus Gus, the little corgi boy.
Yeah.
Um, he's really good at his job of herding animals. Because, I live on a farm.
Yeah.
And he's real good about herding the goats and whatever. But he keeps trying to herd the horses.
It doesn't work like that, buddy.
Yeah,
That's
you
not how that works.
can't
You can't
do
herd a
that
horse as a
with
dog.
horses.
Yeah, you cannot herd horses as a dog, you old dumbass.
Do you have any sticks?
I just used the last of my sticks to craft stuff.
Ugh.
What do you need?
I
Do you
need a
need,
shovel. Thank you.
I just crafted
Eh.
shovels and pickaxes.
Anyway,
Anyway,
birds.
yes.
Yeah, God, we have 6 horses now.
Wow. Too many. Too many
Like, all
animals.
together. Well, because we have our OG3, the 3 amigos. It's
Yeah.
my sister's, because Briley.
Yeah.
Most of the animals that we have are because of Briley. The middle child.
Yes. Well, not the devil. The demon. The other one is the devil.
Yeah, God, she was already, like, moody and sort of clingy to mom. But she's 13 now. And
Yeah.
so it's just been, like, amplified with teenage angst.
Yeah. That,
Anyway.
yeah, that sounds about
Um,
right.
so we have them. We have a Grula named Bonnie, who's like the boss. She's the
Yeah.
one. She doesn't let any of the other horses like fuck around, or they will find out. There's no if, ands, or buts about it.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Um, there's my dad's horse. His name is Flynn, and
It's
Flynn gets a lot
cool.
of compliments because he's a pretty horse. But the way that we got him is really funny.
Yeah.
So, my mom and I were in the car. I don't remember what exactly we were doing, but her dad, my papa, calls. Lol, nice job dying, boy.
Oh,
Okay, so
shush.
anyways, so
This
my
damn.
papa calls us while we're in the van, and he just goes,
God
"I know
damn
there's like a
these
what I
assholes.
did." We're like, "What?" He goes, "I got a horse."
Nice.
Keep in mind, like we live in Arkansas. He was currently in
Yes.
Oklahoma visiting his brother.
Oh.
So
Wow. Okay then.
yeah. So he comes all the way home with a horse and a goat. He never once
I
mentioned
remember
the
the
goat.
goat. I remember when you got the
Well,
goat.
yeah,
I know
and
what you're
his name was
talking about
Alfalfa
now.
and he died within a few weeks. Yeah. Uh
Yeah.
um but yeah, so he came home with a horse. And that was that.
Yep.
He's like he's an he's not he's an Appaloosa and he's like solid white and it's like
Hmm.
some kid took like like took a paintbrush to him and just spammed brown dots all over him.
Love it. That's
But
great.
then there's the youngest pony, who's just who like her is just an absolute asshole.
Yeah.
He's a butt face and he's really dumb. And
You know it's bad when they break out the insult of buttface.
yeah, the more childish the insult, the worse it is.
Yeah.
Obviously. But no, like for starters, whenever we go out to feed them, sometimes he'll just smash his face into you, trying to make you drop the buckets. Because he just wants
Wow.
the food. Instead of waiting for us to walk 5 whole steps to reach,
Yeah.
where his food goes. Oh, God damn it. Oh, why are you holding sand?
Probably because he picked up some of the sand that was on the ground.
Hello, you're holding dirt.
Yes.
Alright.
They do that.
I forget that they do that. Anyway, currently on property we have my grandpa's horse here, the 2 of them, and then the baby horse.
Neato.
Honey, Cinnamon, and Lucky. Lucky being the baby. Honey and Cinnamon are both stupidly tall for horses. Or just, in general.
Yeah.
And just very... Thing is that, Honey is the mom of the baby, and she's really tall. And the baby's dad is also really tall. So we're expecting this baby horse to be massive.
Fun.
So I do think it's really funny, like, because with horses, you can have 2 black horses give birth to a white, just full white motherfucker, right?
We got a stray over here, and he's got slowness arrows, and I don't have any weapons on
I
me.
see him. Hold on, I see him. I have a bow and arrow of my own. I should be able to... Oh!
Oh, he's going
This
after
is
you
how
now.
I die, isn't it?
You've already died plenty, but yes. Probably. I'm just over here getting rid of this mountain of sandstone.
Damn it!
Yep, this
Oh,
was indeed how
shit!
you died.
Want to hear a funny story about how I'm stupid?
Yeah, sure.
So it wasn't. I think it was last year, whenever we got like a foot or 2 of snow. You remember that?
Yeah,
And everybody lost their minds
maybe.
because we're not used to that here.
Oh yeah, you got all that snow when I was up here getting nothing.
Yeah. It's like a foot or 2. It's like up to my knees, and we were all having a great time. And we
Nice.
went out to feed our 3 amigos.
Hey, wait, I get
And
some arrows. Have some arrows behind you.
thank you. And
Yep.
I slipped on a sheet of ice while trying to feed.
Uh-huh.
Now, I've already mentioned, like, our horses are all assholes. And
Yeah.
Bonnie, the alpha leader, decided that she didn't want the bucket that she had. She wants the bucket that Peanut, our pony, has. So she comes
Of
at him
course.
right after I pour it. And
Oh yeah, I remember this story.
he jolts forwards, trying to get away from her, but he kind of comes, like, in my direction, and so he tries to
Yeah.
stop to keep himself from hitting me, but he
It's
can't
nice of him.
stop because he's on ice, and I move
Yeah.
backwards trying to not get hit, and I fall and hit the ground, so I'm on my back with this pony coming at me, and I held my hands out, like, on his chest, and he, like, slid me a good 2 feet before he was finally able to come to a stop. And that's just one of the many reasons why horses freak me out.
Yeah.
We have
That's
6
fair.
of them, and I have an irrational fear of all of them.
That's fair, honestly. Listen, I'm the person that will find a spider in the house, and I will refuse to kill it because I like spiders. So I will I am the person that'll be like, don't you dare tell me to kill a spider. I'm getting that cup and I'm getting it out of here.
Whenever I was like 2 and we were living at my grandpa's house, and my mom left 2-year-old me alone in the bathroom because there was a massive ass spider. And ever since then, it became my job as the oldest child to kill spiders. So
Wow. Because you got left alone with at age 2 with a spider.
yeah, and I killed it like at age 2. I was just like, oh hello, squash. And
Nice.
ever since then, it's just been my job.
Good
My
job.
mom will find like a massive spider. She'll call me from like wherever she is. She's just like, come kill this, come kill this thing. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Or
One
maybe,
time, my
you know what,
dad
maybe
found a
I'll...
dead tarantula
Yeah.
and was scaring my sisters with it. Sisters
That was funny. Responded. I think she might be sleeping.
Hmm. Probably. It is pretty damn late.
What do you mean? It's not even 11 o'clock yet.
It's not?
It's not. It's
Oh,
10:42.
thought it would have been later. I might actually be able to get this
Yeah.
edited down tonight.
Yeah. While you do that, I can go get drinks.
Yeah.
Wandering
No,
trader.
no.
I'm a sneaking.
Nice. You say that, and I'm about to say, like, non-alcoholic drinks, because we're not old. Or are you secretly just sneaking beers? Sneaking ale?
Funny story. So one time, it
Yeah?
was like my first time getting to watch the girls by myself. I've told you this story, but not your
Oh,
YouTube.
this is a great
Um,
story, guys. I know exactly the one you're
the
talking about.
Coke Light story.
The
So I'm
Coke
like
Light.
14. Me and my
Yeah.
sisters are all neurodivergent. I have
Oh, yeah.
ADHD. The middle one's got dyslexia, which is really important to this story.
It's very
And
important, yes.
and she walks in from where she is, and she goes, "Hey, can I have a soda?" And I was like, yeah, if there's one in the fridge, go for it." Hey, I got a Nautilus shell, or whatever
Neat.
the hell it's called.
That's not part of the story, guys. The Nautilus shell is not part
Anyway,
of the
sorry.
story.
Anyways,
Then,
um,
Sky found a Nautilus shell.
I'm like, yeah, sure, if there's
Ow.
one in there, go for it. And
Blocks deceived me and I
she,
fell.
yeah. So she comes back in a little bit later and she goes, "Sky, this Coke tastes weird." I'm like, "What do you mean it tastes weird? Let me see it." And I took it from her and like I sniffed it and I was like, "Oh, it smells weird." And so I just poured it down the sink because what else were we gonna do?
Yeah.
And and when my parents get home, there's like, "Oh, how was it? You know, oh, it was your first time being left alone." And Briley mentioned it. She's always like, "Yeah, those sodas I think have gone bad." And my dad's like, "There's no sodas in there." And she goes, "Yeah, the Coke Light." And she grabs the can out of the trash can, and it was a Coors Light, like the
Yeah.
beer.
Coors Light, yeah. I love
And we
that.
are both never gonna be able to live that down.
I love that you thought that a Coors Light was a bad Coke Light. I love that.
No,
Love
see,
that for
because
you.
Briley called it a Coke Light, and me and my
And you,
big dumb smooth brain went, "Ah, yes, that is absolutely a thing," even though I've never heard of it before.
yeah. Even though Coke Light is Coke Zero. That's what Coke Light is. Or
And
is
it
there
was it
actually a
wasn't
Coke
even
Light?
red. It wasn't even like red or black or whatever.
Yeah.
It was in a blue fucking can.
Yeah, because Coors Light is blue.
Another story
Because
about
you're a
the middle
dum-dum.
sister Riley, um, happened really recently. Actually,
Yeah.
we again were home alone, the three of us, and she goes, "Would it be weird if I just ate pickles out of the jar?" And I was like, "You're already weird. Do whatever. I don't care." And so she grabs a jar out of the refrigerator, gets a big old spoon, and takes a big old mouthful of it. And
Uh-huh.
it's like the green. It's the jar with like the green label and something is like, oh, pickled whatever it is. I said it wasn't
Yes.
pickles. It was pickled jalapenos. And so she
Yeah.
takes a bite and she like paused and stared, and I went, "Are you okay?" And she spit the stuff out just right then and there. It was so sad. Like
Yeah.
like I almost felt bad for her. It was just like, ah, you should have read the thing.
Yeah. All right. Let's sleep. The one to my right. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. And then I can make the ring around this actually look nice-ish.
Yeah.
And then we'll be ending this episode of Storytime PairCraft.
I guess I just got all the stories, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll have to think up some stories to tell next. Can you come kill this bear, please? It's in my way.
Yeah, hold on, where are you? Oh god. I'm gonna see if I can snipe it from here.
Do
Get
it.
out of the water.
Take the shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. Hit it. Haha, get fucked.
Oh, I did it! Woohoo!
Oh, yeah.
Hi, motherfucker! Woo! Anyways, um,
Yeah.
have you ever been to a theme park?
No.
Really? Never?
Yeah, really.
What? Huh? Not never. Hmm. Weird.
Why? I
Just
don't have any.
curious.
I think part of why I don't have any fun stories is that I don't remember them.
I've been to Magic Springs, Silver Dollar City, and I've been to Disney once.
Nice.
That was fun, but
Yeah?
also, God, that year was just because my mom bought the tickets like at early 2020 for that November, and I think we
Uh-huh.
all know what happened there, so that didn't happen then.
Yeah.
We got there and we all V-lined it for the Pirates of the Caribbean ride
Nice.
because my grandma used to love Pirates of the Caribbean. Or, excuse me, the Caribbean, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think you can say it both ways. Hey, if you want to help get rid of this wall of dirt that I don't need anymore.
Oh, crunchy bones.
Crunchiest.
My back popped.
Nice.
Either you noticed or didn't say anything, or just haven't noticed
What?
yet. But there's another dog down here now.
Oh, didn't notice.
Minecraft dogs. I love them.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, still fell.
This is just like the Power Wash Simulator podcast thing, but Minecraft.
Yeah. God, don't call it a podcast. I don't want to be a podcaster.
Too bad.
No
You
podcast. I
listen.
am not a
You watch. If you watch Bob, Mark, and Wade play a game together, boom! You're suddenly a podcaster, and that's the end of
podcaster.
that.
I'm a podcaster.
Yeah, exactly. I know what I said.
Do you?
Yes, obviously.
Interesting. I made this dirt wall that I made that I ended up not even following. Why did I even make this? I didn't even use it.
Good job, Sean.
Thank you. This is definitely going to be a video that I'm going to have to entirely watch back to edit.
What is this, like an hour-long video?
Over an hour.
Well, the thing's literally about to die.
Alright, well then, if you liked listening to us be stupid and dumb and tell stories, uh, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment if you want, and tune in next Saturday for, I guess, more PairCraft story time. I'm Strider Fox, that's Artistic Strings. See you later.